Hello, everyone, and we're here talking about Veterans Day celebration coming up here on the 11th of November. And I have Scottsbluff County Veterans Services Officer John Brehm with me. Thank you very much, John, for coming today.
Thank you.
We always want to honor our veterans,
Yes.
and this is one of the ways that we get to do this every year in November. This year, what do we have on tap, at least for the morning of the 11th and continuing throughout the day?
At 8 o'clock, we're going out to the Veterans Home, the West Nebraska State Veterans Home out on West 42nd Street. It's open to the public. We're going to have a coffee. And the reason we do that because we want the members out there. For years, they've been helping put on Veterans Day programs, so we want them to feel like they're part of it. And we're going to have coffee and rolls, and the public's welcome to come out and just to talk to the veterans that are in the Veterans Home and to get acquainted a little bit. And then after that, at 11 o'clock, we have the Veterans Day Parade, which will be on East Overland.
As it always is, yep.
Yeah, like it always is. And it starts at 19th Avenue and proceeds east or west down East Overland to 3rd Avenue.
Yep. And I understand that there's also going to be something going on, still kind of in the planning stages, but going on at the Guadalupe Center as well.
Yes, they're going to dedicate a monument out down there. That's going to be right after the parade. I don't have an exact time, but it should be just shortly after that at the Guadalupe Center.
And then coming up at noon, there's a luncheon for the participants of the parade.
Yes, whoever the participants parade can come over and have lunch. I'm not sure what they're going to make. Last I heard it was going to be sloppy joes, and they're always good, you know. So.
And of course, if somebody wants to have a float or something in the parade, or take part in the parade, how do they do so?
All you do is they can call our office at the Veterans Service Office at 436-6643 and just kind of let us know, or just show up down there on 19th Avenue. It's better if we would be south of East Overland, come up at 19th Avenue there, because that's where the parade will just turn out onto the road. But everybody's welcome.
Yeah, there's always a lot of, usually a number of bands, both high school, middle school bands will show up and take part in the parade, along with occasionally floats and vehicles with veterans, and
sure.
And a very patriotic display that takes place here on the 11th.
Yes, we only have 2 bands that are confirmed so far, Military Band and the Gearing High School Band. But we're hoping to have a couple more. Okay.
Of course, there's more to the Veterans Day celebrations that are coming up here on the 11th, and we'll be back in just a moment and talk with you about that. And we're back, and I have Veterans Services Officer John Brehm from Scottsbluff County with me. We are talking about Veterans Day 2019 coming up here on the 11th. A whole lot of activities taking place, John. But this celebration, explain a little bit what it means to veterans.
Well, I think it's important because we all served, and some of them did the ultimate sacrifice and died, and there's a lot of them that are disabled and living with those disabilities. And I think we should honor them. I mean, it should just be another day to go out to the mall for the Veterans Day sales.
Okay. And with the activities that are taking part, of course, there's a lot of stuff in the morning up through noon. But there's also some ceremonies involving the Western Nebraska Veterans Program, or Veterans Home, I should say, starting at 1:30.
1:30. Yes, we're going to have a nice program out there. We're doing a little different format this year. Before, we always had somebody give a speech about Veterans Day, but this year we're going to give a little history about it, and then we're going to have some people that what Veterans Day means to them, and we're going to go into the audience, some of the members or the members of the Veterans Home, and just people out there visiting. And if they want to voice their opinion, we'll do that too. We thought it just make the people more part of the program.
And then, of course, everything culminates in the banquet that takes place at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, 5:30 is the happy hour, and then 6:30 is the banquet.
And that's taking place at the VFW Post 1681 in Gary. And what can people expect if they come by to take part in that?
What do you mean in the
Yeah, in the banquet. What's the program that?
We have a speaker. We have James Jacobs. He's the DAV state commander. Is going to be there to speak. We're going to have the interim director of the Western Nebraska State Veterans Home. We're going to talk about the Veterans Home a little bit, and got a little bit of entertainment. It should be a real nice program.
Of course, things kicking off in the morning, 8 o'clock with a coffee at the Western Nebraska Veterans Home in Scottsbluff. Very nice time for the residents of the home. And then the one that's really more geared toward the public, the parade at 11 o'clock along East Overland in Scottsbluff. And if you want to take part in that and want to find out more about how to do so, how do they get a hold of you again, John?
Just call us the Scottsbluff County Veterans Service Office, 436-6643.
And a lot of things to be thankful for, especially those people who serve for us so we can enjoy the freedoms that we have today. John, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.